You know when you're feeling stressed and then you put on your favorite sad song and sing along at the top of your lungs in your car and it just makes you feel better? Or when you take a walk in nature and suddenly you're calmer and more focused? There is actual science behind why these things are able to relieve stress, and it has to do with the neurotransmitter, cortisol. In this video, we are going to be talking about the main reasons why people engage in stress-relieving activities and how they chemically reduce cortisol in your brain. So let's get into it. 1. Music. Music is one of the most common and accessible forms of stress relief. But have you ever noticed that you usually gravitate towards the same song when you're feeling a certain way? For example, when you're feeling sad, you might listen to a sad song, or when you're feeling angry, you might listen to an angry song. And it seems counterintuitive, but this actually makes sense. In 2006, researchers recruited 189 participants and had them rate how emotionally evocative different songs made them feel. They found that sad songs were most often used to cope with sadness and anger was used to cope with anger. And although it may seem like the opposite would make more sense, using sad music to cope with sadness, for example, there's actually a really good reason for it. In a follow-up study with 398 participants, researchers found that people reported that sad songs helped them to express and process their emotions, which in turn helped them feel better. This is also true for other art forms like movies or TV shows. In fact, it can be so effective that there's actually a term for it. It's called catharsis, which is the process of releasing strong or repressed emotions. Catharsis through music or other art forms can help reduce cortisol levels by activating the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the part of the nervous system that calms you down. A 2019 study found that listening to music can decrease cortisol levels by up to 21%. So next time you're feeling stressed, put on your favorite angsty song and scream along. 2. Exercise. Exercise is another popular way to reduce stress, and for good reason. It can improve your mood, increase your energy level, and help you sleep better. And there's a lot of different ways that it can reduce cortisol levels. One of the main ways that exercise reduces cortisol is by increasing the amount of endorphins in your body. Endorphins are natural pain relievers, and they also make you feel good. In fact, the word endorphin actually means internal morphine. Another way that exercise reduces cortisol is by helping you focus on something other than your stress. When you're working out, you need to concentrate on what you're doing. And this can help take your mind off of your problems. Exercise can also provide a sense of accomplishment, and this can help improve your mood and reduce your stress levels. Just be careful not to over-exercise, because too much exercise can actually increase cortisol levels. 3. Nature. Spending time in nature has a ton of benefits, from improved physical health to increased mental clarity. One of the ways that spending time in nature is able to reduce cortisol levels is by reducing sensory input. In our everyday lives, we're constantly bombarded with sensory input, from noises to crowds to bright lights. And all of this stimulation can contribute to stress. But when you're in nature, there's usually less crowds, less noise, and less visual stimulation. This can help you relax and distress. Another way that spending time in nature can reduce cortisol is by increasing physical activity. If you're hiking or biking or swimming, you're probably not sitting still. And as we talked about earlier, exercise can help reduce cortisol. And lastly, spending time in nature can provide a sense of awe and wonder. When you're surrounded by the beauty of nature, it can be hard not to feel small and insignificant. And this can actually be a good thing when it comes to reducing stress. In a 2015 study, researchers found that feelings of awe can help people cope with stress more effectively. So next time you're feeling stressed, go for a walk in the park or go on a hike or do whatever else you need to do to get out in nature. Your body will thank you. If you learned something new in this video, make sure to share it with your friends so they can learn something new too. All the sources used are added in the description below. Thanks for watching and see you next time.